Hello and welcome here to race 2 at the Autodromo Nacional Monza. This is another 16 lap race, and in the first race we had a fantastic battle. We had Stefan, Sig, Macko, Bradders, Hunty and many more fighting out near the front, but in the end it was Stefan who came out on top. What were your thoughts on race 1, Macko?
Hi to welcome the viewers, and well, we'll see. This is going to be a completely different race. Macko and Sig are obviously in the better position for the win, but Stefan is incredibly quick, so we'll see what happens.
Now we've got the same grid as race 1, so we're going to go through it pretty quickly. So on pole, as a reminder, is Macko, with second place Sig Nico. In third is Stefan, and then we've got the two Brits of Hunty and Bradders, fourth and fifth. Then in 6th and 7th is Fixtrip and Way Too Many Napkins. And then we've got the German themed car of Ross in 8th, Scani in 9th, Samios in 10th, Pixteca in 11th, Drade rounding out the field, and sadly Noki is not starting the second race. So as the cars get away here, these Porsche 962Cs, we saw a lot of slipstreaming last time out. Do you think it's going to be much different?
No, I don't think. Perhaps Macko wants to defend a bit more into T1, because if you remember, Sig and Stefan passed him after the first chicane. But I think the drivers of the Rei Sportscar Championship are mature enough to be able to handle the starts and the slipstreaming.
Yeah, and you can see them, some of them coming out of the line already. You can see Bradders on the inside, Fixtrip has a lot more power. But as we go into turn 1, we can see Macko defending from Sig, Stefan on the outside. But I don't think there's any change up front.
Yeah. No, I think they are being very careful not to touch.
The first change there for 5th and 6th. Oh, there's an incident behind. A big incident. Who's gone round? No. Okay, they've all made it through, but Ross was the big loser there in that. But now into the first chicane, we've got Sig, who is actually using soft tyres for the second race after using mediums for the first race, almost diving down the inside for the lead of this race. And we've also got Hunty. He's moved up into 4th ahead of Fixtrip. So, no, sorry, he started ahead. Ignore me completely. So we've still got a pretty close battle for the lead here, halfway around lap 1, and it's actually pretty close for the rest of the field still.
Yes, and the slipstream, as you said, is going to help these guys to stay close to each other and battle for a very long time. Meanwhile, Pix is in the slipstream of Drade.
Yeah, this is
Let's not forget that this is for the AM class victory.
Yeah, so whoever wins here will win the AM class for this round. But up front, we've got Stefan falling down. Let's just catch this on a replay. What's happened to Stefan? So he's had a poor run out of the second Lesmo possibly, and then down the inside, good move by Hunty with a little bit more power as he's just joined the series, and I think Stefan was just a bit slow, and that's now allowed Fixtrip and Bradders to now close in on this battle as the top
Oh yes,
three.
Brad is very, very close now to Fixtrip.
Oh, we got Pix off in the background in his Timberland car, and he's sent sideways and spinning off. Stefan actually defending here on the opening lap into Parabolica as Bredesby almost taps the back of Fixtrip. So the top few
And
are
Tyler
getting away.
is there as well.
Oh yeah, Tyler's having a great start. Scani in 8th, but yeah, you can see the top two. Really, you can't even see them on the screen. They've actually got too much of a gap so far. Here they are battling as Macko defends yet again. Or back on the outside now though.
Yes, Hunty the Pan. Oh, who's that?
Stefan? Stefan.
Oh yes, it's Stefan.
Stefan's had a big incident. Oh, and Sammy's been sent around. There was contact there with Stefan after Stefan rejoined the track. That's really unfortunate for Sammy.
So unfortunate.
Stefan, who was battling with Fixtrip and Bradders V, must have just missed his braking point, and in the end Sammy's lost out as well, but he's still ahead of Drade. In all of that mess.
Wow, yes, Sig overtook Macko for the lead.
Yeah, so
oh my god, that is a courageous move, absolutely brave.
Yeah, that reminds me of Vettel and Alonso, although in this case the German is from Hungary. But
and of course the Hungarian is a bit faster and more reliable than the German fella.
Yeah, and the Italian moans less. So going here, we've seen that our race winner from race 1 already has made a huge error and is out of contention for the win. So we're going to see two different winners here at this double header round. Will Sig be able
Yes,
to
and
take the
let's
win
not
this
forget
time?
that Sig now is on the soft tires, unlike in the first race when he was on medium tires. So now he's might be able to get away from
Oh, that was
Macko and Hunty,
a
and yeah.
big error through the Ascari chicane for Fixtrip. He drops down to the back of the top 5, and then we've got Scanny on the outside of Waytuni Atkins, who's unable to make the move, and then we've got Ross and Stefan in behind. But we got battling for second place between Macko, who's got a few seasons of experience, and Hunty the Punty, who's just in his second race of the Rei Sportscar Championship, going around the outside into turn 1 here at Monza. And
Macko is defending very hard.
yeah, that's good stuff.
Well, I think Hunty the Panty was a bit more careful than he could have been, but that is not a problem, of course, because the priority of this league is clean and safe racing.
Yeah, and he's certainly more careful than his name would suggest, as yeah, you can see there, certainly not punty at all going into the second chicane. Ooh, Sig
Sig is off! Oh my god! Kings can be overthrown! God can bleed! What happened to Sig?
Well, let's
What
go
is
on
this?
board, and just coming through that, what's... Oh, I think he's just hit a bit of a barrier. There was a red barrier. We were unable to see it, sadly. But yeah, that's really unfortunate for Sig. So I think there was an incident further back in the field last lap. Sent something onto the track which has caused Sig to spin into the wall. He drops to 8th, but he's still ahead of Stefan, not Beloff. Picks Sammy and Drade. Maybe it was Drade who went off as he's at the back, but that's a complete guess. But look up front, we got Macko running wide there through Ascari, cutting the corner.
Yep,
he may receive a time penalty for that. Yes, he does.
Yes, half a second, and this means that the debutant Hunty is going to race for the race win.
Well, yeah. Now with Sig and Stefan both out of it, well, it's now on the hands of Macko, Hunty, Bradders, and Fixtrip to sort of take the opportunity.
And he's in the slipstream. Oh my God! Look, he should be a lot faster than Macko. He has less ballast, and he goes for the outside. Is he going to be able to make
Macko...
it stick? I think he is.
Oh, that's fantastic defending though, to keep that lead.
Yes, I think Hunty is the new gentleman of the Rei Sportscar Championship, because that was absolutely lovely stuff. He was very careful now as well.
Oh,
of course
well, he's got another chance.
Macko made a mistake.
He's got another chance. No, he's very, very sensibly not going to slow them up. Further back, we got Fixtrip. Oh, he goes down the inside of Bradders. And Fixtrip.
Oh, the side contact, but that's okay. And Brad is on the outside, Fix in the better position. And yeah, Fix has made the move. He's now on the podium position.
It was a good.
And Scanny and Tyler are silently, they are getting closer and closer.
Yeah, it was a late braking manoeuvre there from Fixtrip to take that podium position. So he is now leading this long train of cars. I think it goes all the way back to 8th place with Sigrid and Nico there, who lost out last lap.
Yeah, and very Stefan was
sorry.
he's well.
Sorry, we got more racing. I think Fixtrip made an error at the Ascari chicane. Bradders V there in his pink helmet stays though on the outside, not go looking for the move in Parabolica, but someone who is looking, I think, for a move is Sig. Sig getting past Ross, who I believe had a time penalty. But it's Stefan Beloff in 9th place, as you asked. But up front,
yes,
the battle for the lead is continuing to go on, and I think for once, Hunty has got the move. Yeah, he sorted it.
Yeah, and now he has a position clean and safe. That was wonderful. He was very patient. He was perhaps waiting for Macko to get a worse exit, and now he's in the lead. Meanwhile, Brad is very close to Fixtrip.
Yeah, Hunty also currently has the fastest lap, but there's still a long race to go. Not making any overtake.
No. Yeah, although as we saw in race 1, the preferable strategy is the no-stop soft stint. So as time goes by, it's going to be harder and harder to get the fastest lap, and Hunty has the fastest lap right now, which might mean that he's going to get the extra point for that.
Yeah, just looking further back, and currently in 10th place and in a points-paying position is Pixteca. He's also leading AM-Class. Samios would certainly like to move into the top 10, and surely he will soon. And then Drade, not too far off the back of the pack, he's in 12th. But those three drivers are about 8 seconds behind the rest, but they have all had incidents. Back up front, and now with a commanding lead, it seems, is Hunty the Punty. He's really pulled away after that overtake on the main straight.
And Fix, I think, is faster than Macko. Yes, he's got a 39.6, which is almost 2 seconds faster than... Well, it's actually 2.1 second faster than Macko's last lap, so he's getting closer.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity then for Fixtrip to not only get his second podium after finishing second last time out, but maybe even getting one better and being on the top of that podium. Further back, Bradders is in 4th, Scanny having a fantastic performance here in 5th. 6th and 7th they were fighting, Sig making his way back up through the field, down the inside of Tyler, no, he backs out of that, bit too far behind the American. But both in very bright green cars, one of which celebrating Italy. Oh, and actually I think Sig actually made a mistake, but the other one is just the Canon livery. Then falling a little bit further back is the Fanatec sponsored car of Ross. Stefan, the Fujifilm car, is in 9th, and then we've still got Pix and Sammy pretty close. Meanwhile, Drade has fallen behind, and that Timberland car of Pix has really got worn sides.
Yes, that has seen some action. But Sammy is very close now, and then is the last position
for the points.
Oh, but yeah.
And
he's
they
on
both.
the side.
Though they both stopped the car quite early there into the Ascari chicane, trying to be as clean as possible. That's a great move by Sammy, and great racing from both of them. If we just go back up front, we can see that Hunty the Punty extended his lead by a further 6/10, but Macko is being hounded by Fixtrip, who has now taken the fastest lap with a fantastic 39.2. Yes. I believe that's actually faster than Fixtrip's qualifying lap time, which put him into 6th on the grid.
That is absolutely remarkable from him. Like, getting a faster lap than your qualifying lap is definitely a great performance. And as you can see, he's getting closer and closer to Macko, and currently he's the fastest on the track.
Yeah, he pulled out a second from Brothers V, and yeah, Brothers V actually is about the same pace as Scanny.
I think everybody is on the soft tires now.
Oh, big
Scanny, that's so unfortunate. He has such a great start.
And well, we saw him make a very similar error near the end of the first race here at Monza, and I think he's surely just clipped that gravel yet again. Yeah, he's gone too fast through the turn. Yeah. He's done well though to control the car better than he did the last time he ended up in that gravel trap.
Yes, he's not that far away. I would say he lost about 3 seconds, but he still is quite close to Sig and Tyler.
Yeah, he's just on the other side of them.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, but this is Sig. Sig got a slipstream. He got a much better exit out of the Ascari chicane, and into 5th place. Sig Rezonico goes as way too many napkins, just breaks a bit early, and will now be looking to use his slipstream to possibly follow Sig towards the podium positions.
Although Sig had a better exit, and I think Tyler's in the pit.
Well, that's not something I saw coming. His soft tyres are actually looking pretty good, but he has made a pit stop, so maybe he'll be able to challenge for the fastest lap though on his fresh softs.
Yeah, and if anything happens, he's going to be in a very favourable position.
Yeah, we can see he's just ahead of Samios and picks Tekka.
And picks. Oh, meanwhile, Fix.
Oh!
Oh, can we? Yeah, let's see what happened.
Yeah, let's go
Okay,
to the
so-
Wolf. The Wolf Cola sponsored replay as Fix Trip had to go to the outside, but he clipped the grass on entry and actually had the move done, but he's hit that orange curb at the exit, and Macko
Yeah.
stays in second.
And I think Macko hit Fix just at the right angle to turn him back onto the right direction.
Yeah,
because he had that. Yeah.
Yeah, the American could have very easily ended up facing the wall. But no, he stays in third. That's allowed Brad Z to catch up due to those two having that quick little squabble and incident. Further back, yeah, so Sig's now on his own.
Sig is fifth already.
Yeah,
that's remarkable. And
he's on his own, and he's going quick, 39.7 compared to the 40.2 of Brothers V. Oh,
Macko got a. Oh my god. Yeah, he had a very poor exit.
He's on too fast.
He had a poor entry as well.
Yeah, too fast through the first part, and then from there he had to go over that little black and white sausage curb. It's meant to stop drivers cutting the corner. Macko did it anyway, and in doing so, he got sent over the gravel and cost him second place. And all of this battling here for second, third, and all the way back down to around seventh has given Hunty the Punty a commanding lead over Fix Trip now. He's still setting good lap times on those soft tyres, and his lead is about 4 seconds.
Yes, and his tyres are looking good. I think he might pull it off. I mean, Fix has now clean air, so if he manages to be very, very quick, he can catch Hunty, but I don't think that Macko or Brad or Sig. Oh my god, that's some serious action. Ross is wide.
Yeah, Scanny had some oversteer, just as Ross was trying to overtake. Ross very unlucky there to be sent into the sort of no chicane layout of Monza, and he has lost the position to Stefan, who also gained on Scanny. Because it looked like Ross was actually going to make a fantastic move out of that first turn.
Yes, it did. Well, now he's still very close to Scanny. And Stefan is now sixth. He had that huge mistake at the beginning of the race, but now he's back. And he's going to score good points.
Oh, that's great driving from Scannyflick to hold on to that position from Ross.
Yeah, the thing about Monza is it's very hard to pull away.
Yeah, because the slipstream is so strong. And speaking of slipstream, round 5 is at Le Mans. It's at Circuit de la Sarthe, which also has quite a few long straights, although it's not as long as it used to be, as there's a few more chicanes in the way. But we may see similar racing, although there are at least a few more corners at Circuit de la Sarthe than there are Monza.
And that is going to be a almost 1 hour race, so not 2 sprint races, but 1 longer race.
It is, so strategy is going to have more of a play. Here we're pretty much seeing only 2 different strategies play out, pitting or not pitting. The mediums and the hards seem to be pretty pointless. But when it comes to an hour race, when it comes to an hour race, they may come into play.
Indeed. And now Sig is still very quick. I think he's faster than Brad, or at least he seems to be closer than he was before.
Actually, Brad is very consistent these last few laps and has been closing on Macko. 6 lap times, about the same, but yeah, it's Macko's battle that he had with Fix Trip has cost him quite a bit, and we can see that Brad is with the Tetris car just in shot.
Yes.
The race leader, Hunty the Punty, a little bit less consistent, fluctuating lap times, 39.40, 39.40. But so is Fix Trip. Maybe as this race progresses for the final 6 laps, we'll see that battle for the lead close up, but it would require a bit more consistency from Ficktrip or a mistake from Hunty for that to happen. Oh, and there was actually a mistake from Ficktrip. Ficktrip went very wide.
Yeah, I think he lost about, well, only a few tenths. That wasn't a crucial mistake, but yeah, he definitely needs to be more consistent than that if he wants to.
He did gain 0.3 of a second on the leader, Macko 40.9, which lost two tenths to Brothers V, but it's Sig there, faster out of the people battling for 3rd place.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Now everything, so everything seems a bit calm now. So we might have time to discuss the question of the newcomers, because of course we have Macko, who is currently the championship leader, and now Hunty, who is leading this race. Both of them are debutants. They are new to the Rei Sportscar Championship, and I think, Brad, it's very nice to see quick guys joining the league.
Yeah, it is. Now we do have a sort of a whole roster of drivers, all of different natural abilities, and we end up with some really crazy races, but also being pretty clean. We haven't had many incidents this season, or even in our last couple of seasons, so it's clean first of all. Now,
yes, of course, very few penalties have been given. I think there were no penalties at all last season, and no penalties this season so far.
Yeah. Now back to the racing, and the fastest guy on track, I believe, is Stefan Belov, who's been setting so many 39s and is doing a 40.0 on lap 10. These are really good lap times and are faster than the lap times being set by Macko, Bradders and Sig, and ooh, Macko misses the apex. Bradders stays behind. But yeah, these two have closed in as Macko may be struggling on the worn tyres. He didn't do the no stop in the first race, so maybe he's not used to this strategy as much as Bradders is. 41.8, that is much slower than the drivers behind.
Yes, Stefan is almost a second faster than Macko. And I think he's holding up Brad now.
Yeah, I think
definitely. And yeah, this little battle of the ice is going to have Stefan and Sig to catch up.
Yeah, it's really going to help them too. Just a quick look further back, Scanny is battling out with Ross for 7th place. They've been pretty close actually this race, at least since Scanny made that small error at the second Lesmo.
But well, they are still together, and this might be some. Oh my God! Look at that first sector. It's actually the fastest first sector of the race.
Yeah, he had a lot of slipstream coming his way. Then we've got Wayturian Atkins in 9th place. Sammy, he rounds out the top 10 and picks Tekka in 11th with Drade 12, not too far behind. But we'll go back to our closest battle for 3rd and 4th, Macko and Bradders and Sig. Sig closed in by a second there on lap 11. The number 1 car, because he won season 6, he also won season 5, as well as 2 seasons many moons ago back on Project Cars 2.
Yes, and this season his Italian friend Macko is going to be his biggest rival for the victory.
Yeah, that is Urpaquito. Now Urpaquito had a very close race with Sig back at Autopolis, but this time Sig is having a close race with Brothers V, and actually this could be a chance to go down the inside, and it is. Brothers V is not defending, Sig on the inside, but no.
Ooh, Macko cut that corner slightly. I think that might be a penalty.
Oh, but now into the second chicane. Brothers V's had a much worse exit, and he goes to the left, and Sig also goes to the left. So Brothers V stays to the outside through the very large radius turn. Sig now has the outside, but surely you can't overtake on the outside.
Can you? That's the question. Oh, that is beautiful racing. That was amazing to see. Brad was very smart to defend on the inside, but Sig somehow made it stick around the outside.
Ooh,
no contact, very clean racing.
Yeah, not even a speck of contact, but by going side by side, Stefan now in the fray for a podium position. But yeah, that was a superb move from Sig. Further back, oh, leaping over the curbs is Scanny Flick. Let's just see if there was contact or if he's gone off on his own accord.
No.
Oh,
Yes. No. No.
he's lost control over that orange curb. It's something we saw Fix Trip do when battling with Macko, but now that's cost Scani 7th, it's cost him 8th place as well. Wait, oh, that's a weird one. Ross has actually given him the place back. I think Ross is mistaken there. Ross did absolutely nothing wrong. Scani lost it completely on his own, but Ross being a bit too over-sportsmanlike.
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily a problem. Ross has been doing great, and as of course, only the best 6 rounds counts from the 8th round, and that means that even if Ross can't finish in the top 5, he'll just drop this round and gain more points in another round.
It looks like Brothers V may drop this round. He got 6th place in round 1, and currently he's fighting for 5th or 6th as it's Stefan Belov going to the inside in the Porsche. It is a one-make series, but Stefan having way more slipstream. And oh, did you see that oversteer from Sigres and Nico? And Stefan's going to move up into 4th, surely.
Well, Sig managed to make a very similar move last lap to Brad, so I think he's in front of Stefan, but Stefan is coming back. He's on the inside, and Sig managed to keep it. Very nice job from him. Oh, and Brad is on the inside of Stefan.
And that's very opportunistic. Stefan got a little bit of a bad exit, and in doing so, Bradley retakes that move that Stefan got just about 50 seconds ago. Just further back, Ross has got back past Scani after Ross actually let him back through for some reason. Just a quick note further up front, Hunty the Punty a little bit more consistent since we last saw him. He's still leading away, but he is losing a few tenths here and there to Fix Trip, but I don't think there's enough laps in the race for us to see a change in the lead. Sig on the curbs, as is Brothers and Stefan.
And Stefan is in the slipstream. That means he's going to get closer. Well, he made the move already on Brad, but now he's forced to do the same.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty much a repeat of what we saw last lap, I think.
Indeed, and he's very close again. Meanwhile, I think Sig is also very close to Macko.
Doesn't know, but Stefan then moves into top 5 again.
Yeah, that was very easy for him.
Yeah,
he had more power and
Brothers is going to be able.
Lot of under oversteer. That was a great drift. Nicely had though.
Yeah, Brothers is going to be a bit frustrated that he's overtaken so easily on the main straight, especially after that nice opportunistic move. Although he was overtaken by Sig with a fantastic overtake at the second chicane.
Well, Sig is doing everything for the home crowd.
Yeah, no, actually,
and he's getting closer to Macko. Yes.
Yeah, even though his tyre wear is actually much worse than we usually see from Sig. Sorry, Sig is known to be pretty good on his tyres, but today does not seem to be that day. Just a quick note for the AM class, we've got Pixteca leading AM class by about 5 seconds from Drade, so they're pretty well matched. Meanwhile, Sammy is rounding out the overall field in 10th, but he'll still pick up a point. Picking up 25 points from this race will be Hunty the Punty, but he will not get the fastest lap of the race, as that is held by Fix Trip, who got that on lap 6.
As we enter the
final lap.
Yes. And Sig is very close to Macko, but Macko is going to fight fiercely as this is the last lap, and Sig doesn't really have many opportunity to make this move. He can try into T1, then before the second chicane, and perhaps that's it.
Yeah, and he's on the rev limiter between 4th and 5th gear. It's rare that we see drivers going towards 5th gear. Oh, and that's
slight contact.
I think that's a great move though by Sig. He managed to just about keep it on track. Macko tried his hardest, but Sig really showing him who's boss as he gets into that podium position.
Yeah, and as you can hear, the crowds are absolutely going mad.
And they're going to go more mad. They're going to go more mad if Sig loses his position again. But no, Sig keeps it. There's nothing in his way to stop him this time.
Into Lesmo one way we go. Macko is probably still thinking about getting the bronze back from Sig, and he's close enough. Into Lesmo too. He wants to stay very close because, of course, there's still a few turns to come. But this would be his best chance to make the move, but he's not close enough.
Yeah, we will have to cut to the leaders in a moment, but these two are looking very, very close. Oh, but he's gone wide, he's hit the gravel. Any chance of an overtake is surely gone. Meanwhile, our race winner is going to be Hunty the Punty. Congratulations to him as he wins his first ever Rei Sportscar Championship race. Fix Strip gets a second place here at Monza. Great performance from both of them. Sig is going to cross the line in third, but it's been a tough challenge for him after a really unfortunate incident earlier on in the race. Macko comes home in fourth after starting on pole. Stefan in fifth after he outbraked himself at turn 1, but it was a great comeback drive. Bradesby fell down the order in the remaining half of the race. He finishes 6th. Way too many Atkins, we didn't see him much, but he is 7th after doing a one-stop strategy. Flick in 8th. Ross in 9th, just behind. Sammy will round out the points finishers. Meanwhile, for AM class, Pixteca will win AM class and close up on Cyberstrike for the AM class win. That's the overall championship win. Second place in AM class is Drade MIX in the American football team livery. He will cross home at the back, but he has finished, and that's what is important. So what are your overall thoughts, not just on this race, but on the 2 races as a whole?
I think this round was very exciting. We've seen great racing from the guys. And Hunty the Punty, congratulations for him. He did an amazing job, and so did Stefan, the winner of the first race, and of course the rest of the grid. I think we can expect similarly good racing at Le Mans.
Yeah, so we will see you in 2 weeks' time for round 5 at Le Mans. We hope you've enjoyed this.
And see ya.